this sift that could be a cool like metal grate of some sort. Gemstony things, can be rivets, can be little things that poke out of buildings. I don't heck know. You know, the only thing I'm looking for here really is interesting shapes and textures. Like, there is no plan. There is just texture. You know, it's the magic of greebles. You just have to use your imagination. You know, grab a little bit of this, smack it on the buildings, and who knows, maybe it's like a cable tower. Maybe it's a fan. You can make it up. It's your world. It's detail time. Woo! That's one building down, just a few more to go.
You know what time it is? It is LED signs and billboards time, of course. And this is not the first time we make billboards for a cyberpunk sort of setting. If you remember back 2 years ago when we did the cyberpunk computer build in collaboration with Linus Tech Tips, we made a ton of these small LED signs. And now we're gonna do something fairly similar, but I think we have refined the technique just a little bit. And a huge thanks goes out to Hazelight Studios who make Split Fiction, because they sent us the graphics from the game, and that just makes my job a little bit easier. I loaded up Inkscape, and using Martina's beautiful laser patterns, I tactically placed some squares to be the billboards. I exported that shit into Photoshop, and using the graphics they sent us plus some distortion magic, we have print-ready files. I printed this out on transparent sheets from another time when overhead projectors were still in use, and to get the proper color brightness, I stacked 2 of them on top of each other. Using the same Inkscape file, I laser cut acrylic to be the shape, and to prevent fingerprints and splodginess from superglue, UV resin was used to stick everything together. And that leaves us with this. Billboards. Of course, we have to add some lights in the actual building to make them stand out. But this is the gist of it.
So basically that concludes part 1 of this build, the diorama, which means we can move on to part 2, the painting. Okay, first of all, we need a little bit of base paint. Okay, we got the primer on, so I'm just gonna leave these to dry, and in the meantime, we can prime our canvas with gesso. I don't know how to pronounce it. This stuff. And you know, for the longest years, I didn't get the point with this. Like, why do you need the gesso? Well, it's like a glue for your paint, so it will not fall off. Okay, I gesso, we have to do it then. Oh my goodness, I freaking love base paint. Like, see how much more cohesive that is? Hell yeah. Now, of course, comes the big question, which is like, how do we begin? I only really planned up until this point and not anything beyond that. I've thought about this concept, and I think it's possible to paint it like a painting, but I don't quite know where to begin. I think my tactic is just gonna be to think of this as a 2D surface and take it from there. And the way I would paint a 2D surface is just base colors and background first. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see where this goes then. Painting time. I think I'm finally happy with the gradient, but I'm just gonna move on to painting in some more buildings in the background here. And you know what the best part is? I've already put the perspective in, so I don't have to deal with that. Painting all of these windows is giving me some unpleasant flashbacks to a certain other painting that I did a few years ago. But I think I'm just gonna take a break from this background stuff and get the base color on all of these. And to speed that up a bit, I'm just gonna use an airbrush to cover all of it.
About 2 years ago, over 4,000
Okay, I think I'm done with the painting. In theory, I feel like I could have worked on this background forever and just kept adding in more and more and more detail. But since we're gonna have so many 3D elements on here, I kind of just want to wait and see how it looks with everything on it. Because I can always go back and fix things, you know? But there's no point doing more work than necessary. I have finally learned, almost. So even though I'm tempted to do more, I'm gonna put a pin in it, get the 3D stuff on, and see what it looks like. You know what that means? We can finally start assembling stuff and attaching things to the canvas. And the first part of doing that is lights. Obviously, since this is a cyberpunk city, we're gonna need a buttload of lights, like in all shapes and sizes and colors. For the windows in the buildings, we're going simple. 12-volt cold white LED strip, nothing fancy, and just use some semi-opaque white acrylic to diffuse it. See how smooth that looks? Oh, and also this is gonna light up the amazing billboards that Hansi made that we're gonna put on the buildings. Very cool. But Hansi has also made a couple of these billboards that are standalone, so we can put them like on the outside of a building, on top of it, and they have LED filaments on the inside. And my God, I cannot overstate how much I freaking love LED filament. They're probably the most versatile and easy to use light source that we used in our dioramas. I mean, just look at this little snake. Like, literally all you need to do to make it light up, take a coin cell battery and just boom. Like, that's it. You just need 3 volts and you have a glow snake. Or you can get like a AA battery pack like this. Freaking light. And you can get them in all shapes and sizes and colors. The most perfect snake. Oh, and there's one more fun little LED type we usually use. These little ones right here. Just look at how freaking tiny this thing is. And these ones also just need a little coin cell. And you have an itsy bitsy light. Also super useful for very small details. So I might pop a few of those in there as well. Because they're so small, they're so useful. We're gonna use them for headlights in these vehicles that Hansi printed. And we've also put them inside Zoe and Mio here, the main characters, which we had some help from Arilla to paint them, and they look freaking awesome. I mean, they look just like what they do in the game. So let me introduce you to Mio, Mio, She's a sci-fi writer and she is the creator of this cyberpunk universe that we're building. And the second main character here, Zoe, she's a fantasy writer and she creates these wonderfully whimsical fantasy worlds. And what I think is so cool is that you get to play through all of their creations, like all of their universes, in split fiction. So basically you get to explore all kinds of different worlds, and just the sheer amount of variety in gameplay, in aesthetics is astounding. I don't understand how they managed to pack everything into one cohesive game, but somehow they did. And it's really fun. Like, both Hansi and I have had a blast playing through it for the past couple of weeks. So if you have a friend, family member, partner, anyone you want to play a game with, check it out. It is so much fun. I'll leave a link to it down below. All right then, you guys are coming with me. That turned out pretty nice.
It did.
If I might say so.
It's always like when we do things like this, when we have the individual parts, it doesn't look that great.
This was a very weird puzzle to put together.
When you put it together, it shines.
Finally.
Finally.
Delayed gratification.
But most important part, in my opinion,
lights. I agree. I mean, it is cyberpunk after all. It's nothing without the lights. Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Oh my god, that billboards!
So much better.
Dankeschön.
Yeah.
That's 10 times better with the lights.
Rick, Mr. Fricke, ey, einfach der Retter. Keiner sagt was.
Like a diorama, but it's also painting.
Aber ich bin hier eh nur am Zugucken gewesen.
Like normal dioramas takes up so much space.
Yep.
So I think this has potential to have like more formats.
Interesting.
Like a castle.
Oh, don't tempt me. The bricks are coming back. No. We did a great job.
Yeah. Now we just have to pack it.
Oh no.
That's gonna be fun with all these minor details that all can break. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Jetzt hört man mich wieder, ne? Ne, Moment. Nee, das ist ja nicht das, was man hört. Oh, scheiße, man hört mich kacke. Ich weiß nicht, was hier los ist. Moment.
More projects like this in this sort of format. So if you have any cool ideas for things we could make in this sort of format, let me know in the comments. And also, a huge thank you to Split Fiction for asking us to make this. They've been so great to work with, and it's such a fun game. So remember to check it out. Link down below. And finally, a massive thank you to our patrons for continuing to support us. You are freaking awesome. Wow. And now, let's have a look at their reaction. Huh, you didn't see that coming now, did you? Bye, package.
Hello, Nerdforge. This is Joseph Fares, and I just got your package, and I'm really excited to see what's inside. Come on, let's go. Oh, what is this? What the? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let me see. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Vänta. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Wow, you gotta be fucking... Did you do this? Holy shit. This is amazing. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh shit, look at this. Holy shit, I gotta take a... Actually, you're filming this, right? But I gotta take a picture anyway. Okay. Oh my god. So cool. I just want to say, extremely impressive. I'm really happy that you did this, Nerdforge. I can't actually imagine how long time this have taken, but I'm extremely excited. I'm super happy for it. I mean, the details are pretty insane. Thank you so much.